So, oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Why is my microphone not working? You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Something is wrong here. Properties. There we go. So, something screwed up my audio properties. Say something.
Something
Say it again.
again.
Nope, that's not it. Oh, say something again.
Something again.
There you are. Okay. You're registering. Streamlabs must have updated because all the settings on it were all over the place.
Oh,
Yes. So the animated 1984 Transformers movie was controversial because in the original cartoon, the Autobots and Decepticons would fight each other, but nobody would ever die.
oh,
Like in the first couple of episodes, you might see somebody get shot and they might have like damage, like you see like wires and circuits underneath their metal
yeah.
metal skin or something like that. But nobody actually ever bit the dust. But in one of the opening scenes where the Decepticons attacked the Autobots, Megatron and the Decepticons killed Ironhide, Prowl, Brawn, Ratchet, like four or five different like really popular Autobots.
Oh,
And it was when you're a little kid and you watch that, it's brutal, like brutal. When Prowl died, like Prowl is the police car. And
okay.
his doors were kind of like little wings on him. And he gets up from his seat and they're in a shuttle and they're going to Earth, right? The Decepticons blow a hole in the side of the shuttle and board it. And even the dialogue was like intense. Like Megatron just screams, die Autobots, like at the top of his lungs, transforms into a gun. Starscream grabs him midair and just starts shooting. And Prowl gets up from his chair, turns around, and starts returning fire. And just a split second later, he starts taking hits to his chest. Which, if you've watched the cartoon up until that point, you've never seen that before. Like,
No.
you know, the lasers always miss or they hit in some place and they keep going. Nope. He's shooting at 1 second. The next second he's getting hit, his eyes turn from like blue to like bright red and smoke starts coming out of his mouth and then his eyes go dim
Damn.
and he falls over. And I remember when I watched it when I was little, I was like, what the heck? Because that was my favorite Autobot, right? And then Brawn, which was throughout the cartoon, there's this little guy, little stocky guy named Brawn. He turned into a green and brown truck. And he was always in the cartoon described as like one of the strongest of all the Autobots, even though he was little. So he goes out like a boss. He doesn't even pick up a gun. He turns around and starts charging the Decepticons. He gets shot in the shoulder and he falls over dead. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pause. Like, are are the good guys gonna win? But anyway, so all the other Autobots on the shuttle who are left stand up, start shooting. Ironhide's got like a pistol, he's shooting. Ratchet pulls out two. He's like going, cowboy on him, like bang, 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 bang. And there's a split second where the Decepticons start taking cover. You think, okay, this might come out good. Like the good guys might win. They don't. Uh, just like Prowl, like Ironhide and Ratchet just start getting shot in the chest and they start like jittering as they're getting hit. And it was the first time me and my brother and like all the other kids on base where we lived saw that. So we were kind of shell shocked for I guess you could say for a bit. Like we were shocked. We're like, what is going on here? So then again, like their eyes go dim, smoke starts coming out of everything, they just fall over dead. Decepticons like Megatron transforms back into a robot and starts walking and he starts doing a monologue and all the Decepticons like move the dead bodies out of the way and start manning the stations on the space shuttle. And then I something happened that made me turn the movie off for a couple hours. So Megatron is just standing there, and he had that big giant cannon on his arm, right?
Yeah.
So Ironhide, who you think is dead, is not actually dead, and he crawls over and grabs Megatron by the leg, except his head is right underneath the cannon. Megatron doesn't even move. Like Ironhide's like, no, we're gonna stop you. Megatron just goes such heroic nonsense and shoots him square in the dome. And I was like, yeah, I think in Germany it got to our base at like 1986 or something. So I'm like 6 years old. I'm watching this. It's like, nah, I'm good. I turned it off. I can't watch the rest of this because like that cartoon originally was like it was just the first season or two. It was just like good, like it was a good conflict between good and evil. The characters would sometimes like have one-liners thrown at each other. Nobody really got hurt. And went from that to basically an all-out massacre within the first 10, 15 minutes of the movie. Like the most brutal deaths that you have seen in a cartoon were done there. Like when they made and broadcast the original cartoon, there were certain things they couldn't do. You couldn't show somebody actually get shot and hurt. You couldn't show somebody die. Just about everybody died in this thing. Like,
They're not real people. They're just robots.
yeah, but when you're little and you get used to a cartoon like that, you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, like you get it's like you get familiar with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then when you get familiar with them, seeing going from battle to battle to battle and tribulation to tribulation and problem solving, we're low on energon. Where do we get energon? Oh, we got to go through, do this thing over here. Once we get those two things done, we get the energon, we're good. Hooray! Ends on a good note usually. No, there was not a good note here. I mean, the movie ended on a good note, sort of, but like if you look at it from a big view, that was a really depressing cartoon movie. It's like everyone's dead. Optimus Prime dies. All your favorite characters except for Bumblebee and Jazz dead. And all of a sudden there's this new group, and you're like, but we don't care about them. We care about the guys who are in the ground. Like, what are you doing? Like, it pissed off so many people. But anyways, how are you, sir?
Doing pretty good. Well, like when I was little, there's like Transformers, and I don't know if you know Voltron. I thought they were just all the same thing, you know? They're
Yeah,
just like big old robots fighting. I was like, yeah, flashing lights, big old robots. Yeah, I like those.
yeah, yeah. Well, Voltron was kind of the same way. Do you remember the five original Lion pilots?
I don't remember, but I know they're like big old colors, you know, like red, green, blue, yellow, and something else.
Yeah, yeah. So, of the five original Lion pilots, and this struck me. Three cartoons basically kind of weirded me out when I was little: Voltron, Robotech, and Transformers. Well, Transformers the movie, the cartoon itself wasn't too bad. It was actually a lot of fun. But Voltron weirded me out when I think the pilot's name was Sven. He was the guy that wore the black uniform. He piloted
I don't remember.
I think he was the Blue Lions pilot, I
Okay.
think. But anyways, so at some point during the cartoon, something happened to him and you never saw him again. And then the princess ended up being the pilot of the Blue Lion. Do you remember that? Like, no?
Mm-mm. I don't remember the plot of the show that much. All I remember is they're just getting their ass kicked. I was like, why didn't they just, combine?
Yeah, that was the one thing that weirded me out too. It's like, okay,
At
all of
least,
your lions are going to go up against this giant thing. This giant thing always kicks your butt. Why don't you just form Voltron at the beginning and save yourself the trouble?
yeah. Why didn't they just show up as Voltron? Instead, they're just getting their ass kicked for like 5 minutes. And they're like, we gotta combine.
It's like, well, looks like we got to combine now. It's like, dude, just okay. It's uh, there was one episode where maybe I'm getting Voltron series mixed up, but I'm pretty sure there was like a row beast that they were fighting, and in their lions they were actually beating them up pretty bad. But then it started powering up or something, and it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it took like several minutes for this transformation to get complete. I was sitting there thinking, while it's doing that, why don't they just form Voltron, or better yet, attack the stupid thing until you can blow it up, kill it, or whatever, while it's like powering up slowly? I'm
You know,
like, I don't know.
that wouldn't be honorable. If the enemy is transforming, it's gotta let it happen.
If I was in a life or death situation and somebody like or something just started like obviously powering up, I'm not gonna take the honorable route out. It's
That
like, you
is
know what?
true.
I think you need to go. You need
And
to go.
so while they're powering up, you gotta stomp the shit out of them.
Just like stop, die. Uh,
that that's me. That's me when we were rolling. If someone tries to do like a buggy choke or something like that, I'm like, oh, is it gonna happen today?
dude, you know the best way to get out of a buggy choke?
Do buggy choke of your own.
Okay, the second best way of doing a buggy, getting out of a buggy choke,
Uh-huh.
just sitting straight up.
Oh.
It's like, at one of the open mats I went to recently, somebody tried to buggy choke me while I had him in side control. I just, my hands are already on the mat because I don't do a gable grip when I do side control. I keep my hands palm down.
Mm-hmm.
All I did was just push up, completely defeated it. Now, it could be that they were just doing a really crappy job. It could be that I just have super thick shoulders or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but they couldn't complete it. It was hilarious. I personally found it quite funny that they couldn't complete it on me.
If if I'm on top of side control and someone brings their leg over my back and tempted, I'm like, I'll just let it happen. It's like, oh, maybe they can complete it.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't got choked up by it yet.
Oh,
Still waiting for it.
don't worry. Not too many people around here do buggy chokes.
I know you tried it a couple times.
No.
It wasn't you. You,
Mm-mm.
you sure you weren't bringing your leg over my back?
That's rubber guard.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Mission control, you keep your opponent's posture broken by throwing your leg across their shoulders and grabbing your own ankle and pulling down.
Mm,
Yeah. I do some other nasty things from there. But there's like 4 or 5 submissions from there that I can do. And you haven't fallen victim to any of them because you always seem to get out of the primary position, mission control. So
whatever I'm doing, I guess it's working against you.
yeah. Well, honestly, a lot of the guys at the gym are very hard to submit, even the white belts. But that's why I enjoy training there because
Mm,
you got none of you guys make it easy for me. But yeah, like my submission percentage at our gym is lower than like the other gyms that I visit,
mm.
and that's fine. It's just that at our gym, people for me are tougher than usual. You know, so you guys are a little bit more athletic than other places, and other gyms aren't like competition focused, or there's just a difference in gyms.
Yeah, yeah.
So I always found that to be pretty funny. Like I'll try a Kimura and somebody just Like, nope, you're not doing that. Yeah, but um, Jordan buggy chokes people. He tries.
Uh,
Yeah. So,
when like other day I was rolling with Jordan, and then man, he was getting me with some weird ass like arm
like,
locks or from like some weird positions. I'm like, I don't even know what these are.
dude, he like arm locked me with his. Okay, this could sound weird. He like arm barred me with his butt.
Uh,
Like he pinned, like my arm was pinned behind his knee, and he just sat down on my wrist and he arm barred me.
oh man.
You just submit me using your butt cheek, like, dude, like that hurt. That just hurts my soul. At least lean back and use your hand to grab my wrist and just push down. But nope, he just used his butt.
We don't need him where we're going.
Yeah, it's like there's a special place in hell for people who submit people using a butt cheek. It's like what am I doing?
Like, I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, I didn't know that was possible. Seriously, no, but
It's like next time I'll ask him. It's like, hey Jordan, could you show me that butt cheek arm lock?
dude, if I'm probably going to be competing in September for the first time in a while,
Nice.
and if I get somebody with Jordan's butt cheek armbar, I'm just withdrawing. Like, did somebody get that on tape? Yes, I'm out. See y'all later.
In your mind, you got gold.
In my mind, I've won already.
And you destroyed this other poor person.
Dude, that is one way to just completely defeat someone's soul.
Yeah.
It's one thing to beat someone, like 5 points. Okay,
Yeah. 5
not too
points.
bad. Submitting him in under 2 minutes, submitting him within 30 seconds,
It happens.
it happens. Submitting them with your butt. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, this is why we need Mitt on the show, so we could just make fun of him.
Yeah. Ask him if Jordan butt cheek arm locked.
No, I think the last time he was at the gym, I think Tuesday, I think he did. Like, I think Mitt that
Was it
was
this
it
week?
Tuesday night.
I don't think
Yeah.
I saw Mitt on Tuesday.
No, Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
No, wait. Yeah, no, Mitt wasn't there. Maybe it was last week. But yeah, so we didn't even do an intro.
Nope.
I think it's too late at this point.
They know.
Yeah, they know.
They know who we are.
They know who we are.
They know what we're drinking.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not drinking today.
Oh,
No.
well, I
No,
am
no, no. What are you drinking?
having some whiskey.
Thank God. Somebody needs something a little bit more stronger than the weak stuff that I drink.
Yeah.
But anyways, did you injure yourself?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I hurt my hip on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I know exactly when it happened.
What did you do?
I was I was locking up a triangle, so I was in that. I guess like it's called like diamond lock or whatever, right? Right before I
Yeah.
lock it up, I was there, and then I was transitioning to like did a like get the angle, grab my shin, and then lock it up.
Hmm.
And I was like squeezing pretty hard, and then I felt like my leg got tired.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, I guess this is not happening, so I just let go. But I think right around then I strained my hip or something, hip flexor, something like that. And at the time I didn't really realize it, but Wednesday morning I woke up, my leg was kind of iffy.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. I'll just go for a jog. And when I started running, I was like, okay, that's kind of hurts, but whatever. And then
So
I lifted weight afterwards, and I was like, okay, didn't think much of it. And then I got to work. And then after working for like a little bit, I tried to get up. My leg was like shooting with pain. I'm like, oh my god, hurts so much.
So wait, pause. So wait, so your hip was it your hip you said was wonky,
Yeah.
and then you worked out,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went for a run.
Yep.
Do you see the problem here, sir?
Like I always have like some nagging little pains. I don't
Yeah,
really think much of it.
yeah, dude. So I, I like to play a grip heavy game, right?
Yeah.
I think it was rolling with Dafka, and so for those who don't know our friends, Dafka is what 6'4"?
It's pretty big.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy, about 6'4", 270, 280. I'm 5'8", 200. So there's a big size difference. And Krypton says you don't let yourself heal. None of us let ourselves heal. We just keep training.
Yeah.
But I grabbed his lapel, and right as I got the full grip, he was already trying to strip it. So
Oh.
when my top finger got into his lapel, it was still kind of open, and he pulled my hand away. So this knuckle, this first knuckle on my trigger finger, has been hurting something fierce, and I haven't been wrapping it up. I haven't gone to the doctor. I'm just kind of letting it do its own thing. And now there's like a huge callus or something
Oh.
popping up on the side of it, and I've got plenty of those on my other fingers. I'm just sitting there thinking, this was the one finger that I didn't have one of those damn things on, and now I've got it because I was lazy and didn't go to the doctor.
Mm. I've been like getting calluses on my uh top knuckles of my finger. I,
Yeah,
I think it's just because like how I grip lapels.
you're gonna get them regardless. Like also depending on what you're playing, you might you might shear a layer or two of skin off your knuckles.
I'm
Like
way past those points.
yeah, like when I play Spider Guard,
Yeah.
whew, dude, after 2 rounds, my knuckles are done. Like the skin, like you can see where my skin starts peeling off.
Yeah. When I get like grips, I like to get the gi like rolled up and then just like hook it with my finger like that.
Yeah,
Uh, and like when I do that, it's like I think the gi material just rubs on top of my knuckles.
you got to watch out for the guys with that really thicky.
Yeah.
The thin ones are not so bad. The really thick ones, like especially like judo gis, good luck.
Man, last time I had a lasso guard on one of the blue belt in our gym, and then you know people will try to break grip. Man, he like used his entire body, almost broke my fingers.
Who is that?
Um, he's like the short old guy. I don't know if you know his name, Namsara.
Oh, the wrestler?
Yeah, yeah. Man, he almost broke my fingers. I was like, I guess I'll just do like a pistol grip on it.
I've only rolled with him one time.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Yeah. I hope there's some people that I'm hoping aren't just avoiding me. Like I don't think I'm too harsh to roll with, but like I was thinking about it, I was like, why haven't I rolled with him yet? And then like when it's time to switch, I'll stare at him. I'm like, hey, come. He won't even make eye contact with me. He's like, he'll walk over to someone else. I'm like, is this how it's going to be? Like, I feel all lonely. I was like, can can somebody new beat me up, please? But on that note, you know that I handicap myself, like in terms of what techniques I use.
Hmm.
Like I have a skill set that I don't use on everyone. I'll try to use it on Jordan. That he's the only person I try it on at the gym. Master Sugi, I don't even bother. Like he'll
Shuts it
counter it
down.
and he'll cancel it out, counter it, and giggle at me while he's choking me or something. But a lot of folks, I won't put all my Like I won't if I'm pressure passing, I won't put all my pressure on. Like a lot of my more evil chokes I won't do. It makes it more even,
Yeah, yeah.
even-ish, But at the other gym, I noticed when I would use that skill set, those techniques, people would avoid me.
Oh.
So I was like, there was a good 2 month period where, if we did 5 rounds of rolling, 5 rounds of sparring, I would only manage to get two in. Like everybody else would just vanish.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one guy where this was probably like 2017. Master Sugi told somebody to partner with me, and he's like, I have to go to the bathroom. And he left and he came back approximately 5 minutes later when the round was over. I was like, what dude?
I guess he was scared shitless.
I mean, maybe. I don't know what he did in that bathroom, but I walked over. I was like, why did it take you so long? He goes, oh, well, excuse, excuse, excuse. I was like, no, level with me. Why did it take so long? Well, when you pass my guard, I feel like I'm gonna suffocate. I was like, excuse me? Like, suffocate? I'm not going anywhere near your lungs. No, nowhere near your ribs. He's like, oh no, 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 no. I feel like I can't breathe and I'm gonna suffocate. I was like, what? I was like, I don't understand this. And then I rolled with Master Sugi and he did the same pass to me. It was basically the same pass, just slightly different. He did the same pass that I did to him to me, and I couldn't breathe.
Oh.
So I was like, got it. So I figured out how to keep that amount of pressure off of a person when I do it. And it's really simple. I just put my knee on the ground. Like both of my knees are usually
Oh,
up.
yeah, yeah.
So I'll put my knee on the ground. So there's still enough pressure to keep him pinned, but not enough pressure to like make it like extremely uncomfortable for him.
Yeah.
I pointed that out during one of my no-gi classes recently.
Mm,
I don't know if you were there,
I
but
don't think so. I've been missing a lot of classes lately.
yeah.
What pass is that?
Um, the pass where I hug my opponent's legs to get past their guard?
Double under?
It's like more like a double over. Like it's usually from
Oh, like
open guard
during butterfly or whatever.
or butterfly. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
hug their legs, but
Okay.
I'll usually have one knee down and I'll put my shoulder into their waist and I'll try to pass their legs and get the side
Mm,
control. The difference is the way that I used to do it. I used to bring my knees up so that
yeah.
I'm leaning into their waist, and I'll lean in further, and I'll put my head on the other side of their hip, the far hip. So both
Yeah.
hips are pinned. One is pinned by my shoulder. The other one is pinned by this area on my head. But that's an extremely high amount of pressure. And instead of walking around, you walk up. So if this is your body, you pass this way by pushing your shoulder up them.
Yeah, yeah.
So it goes from your hip up your side and up to wherever until you decide to stop. It's an extremely heavy, extremely crushing feeling.
Yeah. I've been trying to practice my like top pressure or pressure passes, but can only do it on like the larger people. Feel like it might be a little too mean.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's mean.
Yeah.
Like again, I'm 5'8", 200 pounds. Like if I do it to somebody who's your size, I feel like that's a little unfair. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I mean, you're about Sugi's size, and he does it to me, and he sometimes giggles at me. So
Yeah, sometimes when you're doing like top pressure on me, I lose like all the air in my body. I'm sure you heard the noises I make. I'm like,
like,
oof.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just like air escaping my body.
that's how you know it's done correctly.
Yeah.
So, did we just talk about Transformers and Voltron for like 15 minutes?
Yeah.
That's what's up. It's like I don't know. Oh God. So, did you hear about the Gordon Ryan not Leandro Gordon Ryan Felipe Pena match? I think it's Felipe Pena.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah.
So, just real quick, it was basically a grudge match. Like Gordon Ryan, for those who don't know, is a jujitsu practitioner, does no gi, but he is top of the food chain. Like right now, he is the highest, the best competitor, arguably, around. Like nobody seems to be able to do very well against him. And I think he has an extremely high submission rate for ending his matches, somewhere upwards to 80, 85%, which is crazy. So he got a grudge, not a grudge match, but he signed a match with against this guy named Felipe Pena. And the other guy, Pena, was so confident that he could win that he put up $10,000 worth of his own money up. So and 10-1 odds at that. So if Gordon Ryan won, it's like $110,000 that he would get or something like that. I don't know exactly how that bet worked out, but Gordon Ryan beat him and walked away with 110 grand. But the thing that kind of irritated me about that match was not anything that Gordon Ryan did, even though he talked a lot of trash. It wasn't anything Felipe Pena did pre-match because he also talked a lot of trash. The match went on for 44 minutes, and then Felipe Pena gave up. Didn't just sit there. You're thinking, oh, maybe he got hurt. You saw the end of the match. Maybe he got hurt. Maybe he tapped. Wrong. Just said, I'm done. I'm not continuing. And that irritated me. But I'll explain why in a second. What do you think? Okay, what do you think?
Oh, like what happened?
About Felipe Pena giving up?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a cop out. If it seems like he was kind of gassing out at there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Gordon was putting a ton of pressure on him, and then he was just like ramping up. And then instead of getting submitted, he just gave up. It's like, hey, I didn't get submitted, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think getting submitted would have been a little bit more acceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going up against the number one guy in town. I mean, sport wide, arguably. There's nothing wrong with losing to him, nothing wrong with getting submitted by him. But giving up, that's not a good look.
Yeah.
Who probably wouldn't have gone 44 minutes, who had trained hard and would have loved to get on the mat with Gordon Ryan just to see how long it would last. But giving up is like something that you don't do, especially as a competitor.
Yeah.
That's to me that would be like the death knell of somebody's competitive career. You're at the highest levels of everything, and then you're just like, I'm good, I'm done. Like it just, I don't know. That just rubs me the wrong way.
Sort of seems like, Gordon Ryan like broke his spirit, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like there's only so much of being manhandled that you could take. And
Yeah.
from the bits that I watched of that match, Philip Pena did not stand a chance. Like not at all. That would be like a 16-year-old amateur boxer going up against Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Maybe not that brutal, but
I mean, Gordon Ryan, he was like, his top pressure is so insane.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, he's like a anaconda. Like, he like wraps around you and then like suffocates you, drains you like slowly.
Yeah, very slow.
Yeah. Like,
Um,
you can visibly see that if you're at the bottom, you're just like sweating, you're just like your face is all red. And Gordon, he's like, he's working, but he's not out of breath.
it's actually kind of interesting because you can watch Gordon Ryan when he's playing top, and a lot of the stuff that he does is very simple. It's nothing extremely fancy, and there's a few things that I picked up from watching his matches that I've played around with here and there, and I've had to put that in my black book of don't do it to everyone. Like they won't participate with you anymore. But I've been at Leo Dalla's open mat on Sundays. I won't. I'll ask somebody to come over and help me figure something out, or hey, can I try something on you? And then I'll try it. And I'm like, oh crap, that worked. really well.
Yeah.
And there's one thing I was like, I can't wait to use that on the guys in Friday's cooking class.
There's I think I've seen like something that like top competitors do. They like smother you with their hand, like put their hand over your nose and mouth.
Yeah.
I always kind of thought that's like kind of weird, you know?
Um, yes. So funny story about that. That happened to Trevor last week, and he thought it was hilarious and disturbing at the same time. So I think it was last Friday. He goes, hey, Tom, let's roll. So I'm like, yeah, okay. What does this little jerk do? He covers my mouth up with his hand. I'm like, no, you're not doing that anymore. I'm not gonna say who did this to me, but somebody else did that for like a week long. Like I would roll with him, he would just cover my mouth up. And one time he like took my lapel out
Yeah.
and put it across my face, like it covered my nose and my mouth. It freaked me out because it popped my asthma.
Oh, really?
I was like, mm. So I had a gross display of power, and I just picked him, like I grabbed him by his pants and his the back of his lapel on his jacket.
Yeah.
I just stood up and held him there, but he still had my lapel over my mouth. He's like, "You're gonna pass out before you drop me." I was
We'll die together.
like, "Oh, we're gonna die together." Oh God, what is wrong with us? But
Uh,
so
What
what?
last time I was trying to do a bow and arrow choke, and then it's kind of weird. Like when I was grabbing the lapel, it was under the neck, and then when I was finishing the choke, it was over their face, and I noticed it. I was like, you know what? I don't really finish a bow and arrow a lot, so I'll just finish it over their face.
Ugh. Two things about bow and arrow chokes. One thing, if you do them wrong, you can mess up your partner's spine.
Yeah,
Oh, how do I know? Because that's how I hurt my spine. Second thing is, um, they're good for anybody of any size.
yeah,
Like it doesn't matter how big they are. If you can get a bow and arrow on them, they're gonna tap.
yeah. If you get locked in, like there's not much the other person can do.
Not at all. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
But oh boy.
yeah. I don't know like how the lapel get over their face. When got the initial grip, it was under their chin. Then when I
Yeah.
got on their side, it was over their face. I was like, yeah, anything below the eye line is a choke.
Yeah, there's people who do that. There's a rear neck, there's a I've seen people get submitted with a rear naked choke where it's not under their neck, it's across here,
Yeah,
and the pressure just goes to your jaw.
yeah, it's like a jaw lock.
Yeah, it
Hurts a
just
lot.
it sucks.
It really does.
Um, the other thing I've seen is the gift wrap.
Yeah,
I've seen people pull on the wrist from like it's a setup from when you're about to take the back. I've seen people pull on the wrist and hard enough that you end up tapping the person that it's being applied to taps from shoulder pressure.
oh, really?
Yeah. It usually happens on guys who lift a lot, like bench press
Mm,
a lot, and have like kind of built shoulders.
yeah.
Yeah. Like once you start cranking this way and the arm starts moving this way, the pressure
Mm.
up here can get too much. Like on smaller guys who don't lift a lot, it doesn't work. But yeah, I'm giving you all the black magic cheat codes.
Last time I was trying gift wrap at practice, it's like I couldn't get the arm placement right, and then all the pressure was just going to like side of my jaw.
For the gift wrap?
Yeah, yeah.
What
I
were you
think it was
trying to
like
do?
a while back. You were showing the gift wrap choke. It's like
Oh, the gift wrap Ezekiel?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It went to your jaw?
yeah.
No, you
It
were
was
doing
like
it
it
wrong.
was like jaw or like sort of like was a neck crank.
No, yeah, it shouldn't have been either.
Yeah,
The pressure should have just been right here.
yeah, like some. like all those nogi chokes, like guillotine, Dars, anaconda, like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it just turns into a neck crank. Not sure why.
On like when people are applying it to you or when you're applying it to people?
Both ways.
Yeah, you're doing wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming.
It's like, nope, you're doing it wrong. Uh,
Like,
I have that problem with arm triangles. I think I've
yeah,
worked it out now, but I think that's the only one that I have a problem with it's supposed to be a choke, but it turns into a neck crank. Yeah, if somebody says that, if you're doing an Ezekiel, Darce, Anaconda, whatever, guillotine, and it turns into a neck crank, something in your technique is wrong.
yeah,
And usually it has to do with not lifting your hips.
mm,
If you lift your hips while you have it locked in, that's guaranteed for it to be a choke.
yeah.
Um,
There's like a small detail between choke and a neck crank. Like if it's
yes.
a choke, it gets in really quick.
Hmm.
And if it's a neck crank, you're just gonna be pulling on it, and it's like,
Yeah, you shouldn't pull on it. Not
yeah.
at all. Not at all. Um, I was teaching Jeff Glover style guillotine. I think you were there. And I had one of the guys do it on me because he couldn't get it. And instead of lifting up on it and then leaning back and lifting his hips, he kind of lifted up on the neck
Mm.
and then put his feet onto his partner's hip, well, on in this case my hips, and then just scooted back. So
Oh, so
my
start
neck,
pulling your neck up.
yeah, he started pulling my neck. I was like, nope, that ain't it.
Yeah.
Like, don't ever do that again. Thank you. Yeah, I heard a pop in my neck and I thought he worked something out.
Ooh.
Nope, something just popped. You hurt. I was like, oh, this is glorious. Um, but yeah, so yeah, Gordon Ryan and Felipe Pena, that was just a big disappointment. But moving on. Uh, did you hear about Leandro Lowe?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, heard about him.
Yeah, that sucked.
I was like, who is that guy? And then I saw a picture and I was like, oh yeah. He's like some I remember like anything related to jiu-jitsu, it's just him with like his
His
gi
key
open. He's
open.
like
Yeah.
super ripped. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's that guy. Okay.
Yeah. The funny thing is, some folks that I chit chat with were posting on like commenting on posts where it said that he had passed away and the nature of how he passed away. And they're like, "Oh, so sad, lost champion." And they messaged me, "Who is this guy?" It's like I've seen him all over the place. I just don't know who he is. I was like, "You really? Okay, that's interesting. Like maybe you should Google his name and read up on him."
Yeah.
But do you know Muhammad Ali?
Yeah. I know Muhammad Ali.
Not the boxer,
Oh.
the Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy.
Oh no.
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 So it's actually a friend of Master Sugi's.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even 30 yet. He's Brazilian. He trains up here at Lloyd Irvin's, or he used to. And he's like a world champion. Really good guy. And his Ali is spelled ALY instead of ALI.
Okay.
I think his full name is like Muhammad Ali de Santos de Silva, something like that. But anyway, so Leandro Lowe actually tore something in his arm or broke it competing against this Muhammad Ali. And like when you watch the match, it's very interesting because Muhammad Ali, who's also a big guy, he's like 6'4, 6'3, 230, 220 pounds. He does this really fast armbar where he's almost horizontal and he spins.
Mm.
And he did it to Leandro Lowe. And when he comes off, you see his Leandro Lowe's arm kind of hanging very awkwardly.
Yeah.
And you come to find out he either broke it or like tore something really bad. And when I can't watch that clip because I feel it. Like it's one of those things where you watch it and then you feel that sensation, like how you would think it would hurt. I don't know if that happens to you, but it happens to me. And it was strange, but it's even stranger that I've taken a seminar with this Muhammad Ali guy, met him, you know,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so you did that to him, and then this something weird happened to that guy. Oh no. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just happy to be here and talking, honestly. Like I've been with my kids all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy crap. Oh, that's what we were gonna talk about. The kids class.
Oh yeah,
So at the gym we train at, I help teach the kids classes. And Bill Gates came in and I thought he was gonna help me because I was teaching by myself. So I got excited. I was like, dude, put on a gi, let's go. He's like, no.
nope.
What?
Yeah, so it's like, hey, Bill, you're gonna come help me? I said, nope.
Nope. So I was like, hopes and dreams crushed. But you were injured that time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know he was injured. I thought he just came in to help at first, and then oh, he's just here to say hi.
yeah,
The master Sugi's like, oh, he hurt himself. I was like, fine. But anyways, those kids, the last couple of times I teach their class by myself, they were actually really good, and overall, they're not bad kids. They're little, like they're
yeah,
gonna lose focus. They're not gonna pay attention.
yeah. They're like distracted.
They're distracted. They're gonna be spazzy. That's fine. Um, but I kept hearing them say Mr. Clean. I was like, Mr. Who are they talking about? And I was like, who's here? Who here is like who looks like Mr. Clean? I'm looking around. Like, is anybody in here? Did a bald guy walk in? Like somebody with an earring, like looking like a pirate? Like, look around, and then it dawned upon me they weren't talking about anybody but me. I was like, kids, are you calling me Mr. Clean? And they start giggling, laughing, like, yeah. I'm like, I can't get mad at them because they're sitting there like smiling and laughing. I'm like, all right, fine. But they used to call me Master Shiny Head
Oh,
before. I was like, I don't know what to do. I can't hate them.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Mr. Shiny.
like Master Shiny Head. I'm
Master
like,
Shiny.
what do you call it Master Shiny Head?
It's kind of on the nose, isn't it?
Dude, I did not realize how shiny my head got when I start sweating.
Oh.
Like no clue. Like the other day, the mirror in the front, the big one.
Yeah.
Like I walked off the mat to talk to somebody. I turned to my left. I was like, ain't that something? Like it was just like glowing. Like Jesus,
All the knowledge is, radiating off of you.
I guess. The teenagers class though, they're special. There's a special place somewhere for those kids.
Oh, that's like right after that kids class, right?
Yeah. They're so it's different, right? The little
Yeah.
kids, you know exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna focus for a little while, then they get unfocused. You have to bring them back. Yada 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 yada. The big kids, though, like they're they're literally a midway between the little kids and the adults, right?
Yeah.
So some of them will get unfocused, but they'll snap right back. Other ones are like hyper focused and they're like little robots. Like, what are we doing next? Like, excuse me? Like, no, keep drilling. We have it perfect. What are we doing next? No, keep going. It's like, are we gonna learn to are we gonna learn the flying octopus choke today? No, just keep drilling. But they're funny though, because like we had one odd man out last time. So I called him over and I was like, hey, you get to spar with me today. And he's like, oh, no, I have a partner already. And he like walks off and he sits down with two other kids. And I'm like, no, we can't do 3-man sparring. You're coming with me. So he's like, no, I don't want to spar with you. It's like, why not? He's like, because your forehead is blinding me.
Oh my God.
And I was like, touche, touche.
Oh man.
But me and that particular kid crack jokes at each other all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's to be expected.
I always think like right before we start class, the adult class, I see that kids teenagers like training. I was like, maybe I should be training with them. They're right about my size.
Dude, there are some big dudes in that adults class.
Yeah.
You know, um, Osco showed up on Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
as well as another gentleman. First time I'd seen him, and Osco is tough, but he's also very big.
Yeah.
This new guy, maybe like 6 foot tall, a little bit, probably a little bit heavier than me, different body composition. I totally underestimated him. He
Mm.
was he was one of the strongest people that's ever floated through our gym.
Mm.
Not like Batsura strong, but pretty damn close. And I was sitting there rethinking life. It's like, this was a bad idea. How do I get out of this?
You know, you're a pretty strong guy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it. I feel like a lot of people at the gym just overpower me sometimes.
It doesn't feel like that to me, you know.
Yeah, but I got like 50 pounds on you.
Like I was trying to do that one side control escape you showed.
Yeah,
You were saying like it's like a Turkish get up,
yeah.
and I do it and it was like I think I might have tried it on you. And it's like, you know, it might have been a bad idea.
Well, the thing is, a lot of the escapes that I show, there's if you get part of each step imperfect, not you don't even have to be perfect. Say you get it 90% perfect. If you get all those steps 90% perfect, you'll have a good chance of escaping. If you mess up here and there, the more that you give slack and the more leeway you give,
Mm-hmm.
the less of a chance it has to succeed.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, you just keep doing it over and over again, and you'll escape eventually. Like just spam it.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
out, 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 and escaped.
Like I like spamming that I don't remember what's it called. Like it's like a dive under sweep from half guard. I get the underhook and then I dive under your leg.
Yeah,
I like to do that and the other variation. I just like spamming back and forth. And then sometimes I'll go for it, but they sort of like sit up. Then I'll go into deep half guard.
mm-hmm.
And then I'll just like spam back and forth, like which way to roll.
Dude, deep half guard is like my go-to. I can't do anything else position. Like it's simple. Once you get there, there's two techniques: left or right.
Yeah, left or right. I just keep spamming it.
Left, right, and you're over. And I'm up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's once I figured that. Once I learned to do that, I was happy.
Yep. I've been spamming those passes and then I've been trying to do a lot of De La Hiva stuff like that like roll over your shoulder and try to get a back take.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like I think I'm missing something. Like I try to do it and people just sit on top of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I'll try that later.
No, like, don't worry about if somebody just like sits on you, you can always just move them.
Yeah.
Just you'll have to just work with it. You can figure it out how. And then if you get to deep half and they sit on you, that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I need to record what I'm doing so I can see what I'm doing wrong. Because when I'm if I like try to feel that what I'm doing wrong, I was like, if I can what the other person is doing, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm doing wrong.
Well, that's why I record you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I hate watching my matches because I feel like I look like a stiff old guy.
So I mean, you know,
Accurate.
yeah, it is
It is
accurate.
accurate.
It is what you see.
God damn it. Yeah. Although, I don't feel like I'm that old. Like in my head, I'm like, doing this like immaculate kung fu stuff. But when I watch my own videos of me rolling, I'm like, That's what I look like. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, let's delete that. So, um, what were we talking about? Maybe
The kids class.
kids. Oh, yeah. No, the kids are fun. They're good. You know, big kids, they're just a different type of stuff. Old guy stuff. Oh, never mind. Yes. Yes, we're young. Dude, you're confusing me. What do you mean? Yes, we're talking about we did the old guy stuff. Yes, yes. Young guy stuff. Yes, yes. Middle-aged guy stuff.
Meh.
Whatever. Anyways, see what else has happened. I think that's it. I'm getting used to teaching more.
Nice.
Yeah. I think this last week I taught one, two, three, four, six classes, seven classes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I think I'm going to gain some weight because I didn't really have a chance to roll or do any kind of extra warm-ups or anything.
Oh
So
yes, same. It's like might have gained like a pound or two because haven't been training at all.
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, Krypton was saying that he thinks I did good teaching. That Friday he showed up and he watched.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Thank
was
you.
asking him, it's like, wait, when are you gonna come and roll with us?
He says I was contorting in ways like he could never contort. Yeah, I'm still pretty flexible.
Well, just forcefully contort him.
Yeah. So somebody described jujitsu as the art of um what was it?
Folding clothes with people in it.
Yeah, folding clothes with people in it, involuntary yoga,
Yeah.
aggressive cuddling, the art
There,
of turning a human into a pretzel.
oh yeah. It really helps if you're flexible.
Yeah. I retained some of my flexibility when I was a break dancer.
Yeah.
That helps a lot. Hip mobility, hip flexibility is good too.
Yeah, I've been doing stretches like after practice like every day, so I feel like it's helping.
Yeah. You know what we should do? We should make a t-shirt that says I'm into aggressive cuddling and whiskey.
Kind of suggestive.
I would wear it. Like aggressive cuddling and rum. Although that would be more like a pirate thing, I think, because of Pirates of the Caribbean. Caribbean? Carabiner? I don't know.
Caribbean, yeah.
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
I should do that. I need to design a aggressive cuddling and whiskey t-shirt. It too can be yours for 19.99.
And if you want, I can demonstrate.
Dude, check your buddy in chat. I'm an aggressive cuddler, rummer, Dutch ovener. Oh God. I don't know about the Dutch ovening. Cuddling with me has a time limit. Dutch oven begins, the cuddling is over. Jesus Christ. Oh Lord. Did you guys do any gaming today?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been playing this game called Valorant, you know.
Yeah,
It's a first person shooter like Counter-Strike, but there's like kind of a little different because like the characters have abilities, but it's kind of frustrating. I just want to yell at my teammates because they're doing terrible.
right.
But I was like, should I really yell at them? I'm also kind of doing terrible.
So I was thinking about streaming because I've been playing Aliens Fireteam Elite,
Yeah.
and you have the choice of playing it with two other people, but it's all random, like a random queue.
Mm,
If not, you get two NPC android synthetics, whatever they're called, that follow you around.
AIs.
Yeah, AIs. I was thinking about like streaming uh my games just to show how awful some of these guys are.
Yeah.
Because I kid you not, I'll be sitting there like laying down heavy fire at a horde of aliens coming down a hallway. And without fail, one or both of my teammates will run up on the side that I'm not covering, start shooting, and then strafe right into my line of fire. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because
There's friendly fire in this game.
yes,
Uh,
and like without fail, like you get other players that will just strafe left and right really fast while they're shooting at something. And a lot of the maps are in spaceships or a space station. So you're a lot of the action takes place in hallways or junctions that are connected to hallways. So you kind of have to stay still, otherwise you're going to hit your teammates.
yeah.
And these guys are like strafing left and right, like lightning, like the Flash, just going. Bzzz. It's like, what are you doing? Like, there's been multiple times where I've killed my own teammates because they're walking into or strafing into my line of fire.
Yeah. I know I know that feeling. I
Yeah.
may done that on purpose a couple times to
Oh, I may have intentionally murked one of my teammates the other day, like intentionally. Um we were fighting off a wave of xenomorphs, and then he the entire time was like looking at me and like just going back and forth, like strafing back and forth. And he had his health was really low, and he was on his last spawn. He had no more spawns left. So I just took my rifle, aimed at his face, and shot him to death. And he was dead, like on the ground. And me and the other guy finished the rest of the map.
Yeah.
It was it was that he was that useless in the game. Just walking around, like leaving the group, just going off somewhere else. Just like, dude, what are you doing?
Have you ever played Left 4 Dead?
Yes.
It's so fun. I play with Krypton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm just shooting and he'll walk in front of me. And then, you know, accidentally shoot him all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's what happens.
Yeah, he walked in front of my crosshair. I was
Like
busy
I'd shoot
shooting.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not my
Um,
fault he's dead.
I've been playing what is that game? I told you about it last time, the zombie World War II game.
Oh, Sniper Elite?
Yeah, I think it's like Sniper Elite something.
Yeah, like uh 5 or 6.
Yeah. 2 viewers. You know what? I don't understand how Twitch counts viewers because it says we have two, but I go to the users in chat and there's one, two, three, four, five. There's six.
Oh, I believe it's like if if they have it muted, it doesn't show up. I think something like that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, whenever you guys are playing like Left 4 Dead again, let me know. I'll
Oh
join
yeah, yeah.
in. Like, there's nothing more glorious than massacring zombies.
It's like you usually play on like higher difficulties, so the friendly fire is really punishing.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So you might
Um,
die a lot. I mean,
okay.
a lot.
How many times have I been killed in video games? If they had a thing where I think there was like a Battlestar Galactica series where there was like this virtual world that you could go into, but if you died, you could never enter it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That something like that would be kind of interesting. Like that would be fun. Um, Star Wars Galaxies, this old MMO. Um, they used to have permadeath for people who played and unlocked Jedi.
Oh yeah.
First, you had to unlock it, and then once you unlocked it, if you died, that was it. Like you didn't get it back. Um, they kind of softened that after a while, but still, I was thinking that would have been that would have been fun. You know,
Yeah.
zombie games scare me.
Oh, he gets startled a lot.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, a lot.
If you're in a zombie game and your buddies are with you and you got a lot of firepower, I mean, they can't really.
He'll turn around and look at one of your buddies and he gets startled.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, come on. We've been playing this game for like 100 hours together.
You know what? That's like one scenario where jujitsu would be not the greatest idea
Oh, against zombies.
against zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's when you would need. I have my range bags under my desk right now, but I don't want to get in trouble on Twitch by showing anything off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That might have to be an after Twitch stream thing.
I've been I like watching those street fight videos.
Yeah.
And then I saw this guy, I think it was like some pizza employee, pizza parlor employee or whatever, who's like fighting against this kid. I
Mm-hmm.
guess the kid was like a white belt, you know? He pulls guard, he like takes a couple shot, but he's like controlling the guy pretty well, and then he works his way towards mount. And as
Mm-hmm.
soon as he gets mount, people just pulls him off. It's like, no, no, we don't do that. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, that's something I don't like about like when you have to get into a have to defend yourself or get into an altercation to keep yourself safe. Like as soon as you start like really get into a position where you could really mess someone up, people are like, "Oh, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, don't
Yeah.
do
People
that."
just intervenes. It really frustrates me. It really upsets me.
It's like you guys weren't stopping him when he was coming after me.
Yeah.
Now you want to stop it? Whatever. That used to happen at my high school. Like all these people who were friends with one guy, like usually it was the guy that instigated, would sit around and watch him pick on some other guy, and then that guy would start like getting the advantage on him. Oh, no, 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 we have to stop now. Like we do? I don't think so.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't think so.
he this is what he wanted. Don't blame me.
Yeah. As soon as their friend gets in like bottom, they're like, yeah, we're pulling you off.
Yeah. So silly. But
Oh, you
huh?
know, Gene LaBelle?
The stuntman.
Yeah, he was a judo guy.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a judo guy.
Yeah, yeah. He's a judo guy, and then he like recently passed away a couple
Is
days ago.
is that the guy that fought Bruce Lee in some Hollywood legend or myth or something like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, there's like this old footage of him fighting a boxer, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a boxing ring, and then apparently the boxer has like a karate gi on. So he like takes him down and chokes him out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people thought the boxer died because I think it's like around in the 50s or something. It was like they haven't seen anything like that. He just like choked them out, and people like the boxer died on the ring. I was like, damn.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
Did well, judo was floating around the US or at least starting to around the 50s, like 40s, 50s when the GIs came back from Japan.
yeah,
Oh, actually even earlier. Like there were stories of like, Japanese delegations from like the pre 1900s coming in and oh, we want to see American boxing. I think it was Theodore, not Roosevelt. Either way, I'm probably getting history like all mixed up, but or messed up. But yeah, there's been judo floating around here for a while.
yeah. Apparently, judo in US didn't really took off in early 20th century because what was it like the prize fighting? I guess they just wanted to see like boxing or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
or like catch wrestling, those kind of things. And
Mm-hmm.
the judo didn't really stick until like those GIs from World War
World
II
War II.
comes. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of wish that they didn't change the rules for judo for the
Yeah, yeah.
Olympics because when I did it, you could grab the pants, you can grab the
Yeah.
legs.
I
My
think
go
they
go
changed
ahead.
it around 2009 or something like that, 2008.
I think it was earlier. It may have been 2003 or 4.
It's like I think the uh what's that committee called, like IFJ or something like that?
Yeah.
It's like they want to see like high flying throws,
Yeah.
And they don't want to get like a bunch of wrestling guys just show up, do like double legs and all those stuff. Just want to be different from wrestling.
So the judo rules change. Oh, they're changing again. Oh, apparently the rules changed again this year, but oh, I could have swore it was 2003. It may have been 2008 because I'm seeing that date come up.
Yeah, I remember watching that Olympics. Was it like Beijing 2008?
I think so.
Yeah, I remember people were doing that in the Beijing Olympics, but after that they changed it.
Oh, it was actually 2010.
Oh, okay, okay.
Since 2010, it is not permitted to grab the legs or trousers initially during standing techniques. As of February 2013, it is no longer permissible to touch the legs of the opponent whatsoever during stand-up techniques. Furthermore, if two hands are used to break a grip, it is legal only if at least one hand maintains a grip on that hand's sleeve. That's interesting. I don't think that was the case when I did judo at all.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was on Monday. We were doing like judo throws, right? The
Yeah.
It's like my back wasn't feeling that great, so I just let the other person do like throws on me, and I just work on my break fall.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it felt really great.
Dude, I Alan taught like a hip throw, but the
Yeah.
setup was a little interesting. And when my partner threw me, I think he may have reset my spine because it felt amazing.
Nice.
I was like, damn, free chiropractic. But I'm a little sensitive about my spine because I had that spinal injury. But
Yeah, yeah.
I almost wanted him to do it again. But I come to find out he did it wrong, and that's why my
Oh,
spine cracked. Yeah.
might have been like a lucky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like while we were drilling that hip throw, I was just getting tossed around a lot, and it was like, it felt pretty good.
You know, I've never been able to pull off a hip throw since I've done jujitsu.
Oh, really?
Nope. It's
It is pretty
been
hard.
it's been ankle picks, knee picks, uh, a handful of fireman carries, and one shoulder throw. Just one, and I did it on one of the teenagers.
Yeah,
So I don't know if that counts. To
yeah,
my
you're
defense, he's taller than me, so
true, but you're quite heavier than them.
yeah, I need to be, especially the ones in the teens that join the adults
Yeah,
class.
man, they're huge.
They fight like full grown men.
Yeah,
It's nuts. Um, what was I gonna say? But yeah, so the hip throw I think reset my spine. It's done from an underhook, but you reach over like if somebody's got the underhook on me over here,
yeah.
you reach across and your hand grips up here,
Oh, so you're doing like a
like a
like over the
high,
shoulder back
yeah,
grip.
yeah. And I never thought of doing it that way, but
Uh,
I think how my partner did it wrong was he like didn't throw his hip out.
yeah.
He kind of just leaned forward and then brought me over.
Oh, okay.
And I think that difference like made my spine just kind of like gently like crack, like twist enough for it to be reset or something.
Mm.
But I slept well. I was like walking around like, this feels good. Wait, I think it was it Monday?
Yeah, we're doing hip throws on Monday.
Yeah, we were in the same class.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was fun. Yeah, I felt bad for Alan because he kept looking at back at me for some reason. I was like,
Oh,
what are you looking at me for?
maybe, it's like if you want to add any
Like
inputs or
input?
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't catch on to that until afterwards.
Oh.
I was just like, I was like paranoid. Is like, there's something wrong. Is my rash guard on backwards? Like I kept like,
Man, I thought my rash guard was on backwards because my neck portion was like choking me.
yeah.
I was like, is my rash guard on backwards? He's like, nope, I think I might gotta put on a couple pounds.
So at my old gym, the old no gi instructor Jay, he uh he did an entire class with his rash guard on backwards. And we thought he did that intentionally because he was just walking around. He was like looking really confident. He was like blah blah blah. I was like, after class, I was like, Jay, is your rash guard on backwards? And he looks down. He's like, don't tell anybody. This never happened. I was like, dude, I'm telling everyone. Yeah.
Like it's kind of sometimes it's kind of hard to notice.
Oh, it is. I if you look at how they're constructed, a lot of them, like the front and the back, is and you can't identify which one's the front and the back.
Yeah.
I've gone through an entire class or two or three, maybe even four or five, where my rash guard was on backwards. And I couldn't tell.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
the neck hole is just like even on both sides.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Um, oh, so the Thursday kids class, right? My dad got me a half sumo rash guard
Mm-hmm.
that has like a geisha. It's like it's in the style of a tattoo, like a old school Japanese
Yeah.
tattoo. And it's got a geisha on the chest. And one of the boys was like, Mr. Tom, why is there a woman on your chest? I was like, there's a woman on my chest? And I was like, what is going like there's no women around here. And then I realized that my jacket had opened up and they could see it.
Oh.
And I was like down and I was like, oh. And then he goes, does she have boobs? I was like, boobs? And I get paranoid, so I go in the bathroom and I look at my rash guard and the neckline on this caricature of a geisha, the her neckline is a little low, so you can see her cleavage a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh crap, this is like I think this is a little inappropriate to wear around the kids. It's like I didn't see that at all.
Uh,
But then again, I like wear skulls and stuff around them. They're like, Mr. Tom, can you tie my belt? Is that a skull? Yes.
man,
Okay.
like it's so hard to find like a pretty nice jiu-jitsu rash guard. It's either like no no design or the design is so over the top. It's like skulls and like
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I like the half sumo brand. It's like they're a little excessive in terms of design, but it's not like too crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's tasteful. So and the drawback is they do small batches. So once they put one out and they're sold out, it's done.
It's gone forever.
It's like collecting artwork.
Oh.
Um, what I want to do, I want to get a rash guard made that says Anakin was right.
Oh. It's like F them kids.
No, they're good kids. I like these kids.
It's just in general.
Just in general.
Just in general.
I think I might do that for Halloween. Like just get a rash guard made that says Anakin was right and show up with like a toy lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like, Master Tom, what are you supposed to be? Guess. Oh God, there's I can't believe I was joking around about that.
It's like I saw this like people like obviously they're like doing jujitsu, so they get like tattoos and whatnot.
Mhm.
And I saw this one post about this guy getting tattoo, and then it's like people in 50-50. It was like two guys in 50-50 position, right?
Yeah.
And then people were like, why do you have a tattoo of two people scissoring each other?
The one weird thing about jujitsu, though, if people don't know what we're doing, their imagination just goes bonkers.
Yeah, from if you look from outside, it looks pretty sus.
Yeah, it's like, are you hugging that guy?
I was
Uh,
like,
maybe. Are you hugging him? Do you want to see me hug him?
it's like, what's the position called? It's like, which one? One in 69.
The what? Oh, that's called north south. Oh God, dude. All right, so check this out. I went to High Noon for I think it was July 4th open mat.
Hmm.
No, it was. But anyways, I went to High Noon. It was one of the times I was just floating around and went there. And the owner, Tim, very nice guy, very good martial artist, very good at jiu-jitsu. He runs, walks over, taps me on the shoulder. He's like, "Hey, let's roll later." I was like, "Yes, sir. That sounds fun." He's ranked two belts higher than me. He's a black belt.
Yeah.
He's got like 12, 15 years on me, younger than me. Way more athletic. Just on paper, I stand no chance. I was like, my happy work from home, sit at a desk 8 hours a day self stands no chance against that guy. And we start off and we're doing no gi. I get him with an arm drag and then I bear hug him. And I'm about, that sit down trip that I do.
Yeah.
I was like, ha, got him. And I was like, this is proof that my technique works. This dude turns as we're falling, and it's like a split second. Like it's very quick, right? He turns and then lands on me and mount. And I'm sitting there thinking, how did he do this? Like, I'm sitting there thinking about the timing. I was like, once I bear hug him and start the trip, it's like not even a second. And somehow this dude countered it without even getting out of my bear hug. Like I'm sitting there, this dude is sitting on my chest, and I still have my bear hug on him. Like, how did this happen? How did this get here? I was like, I almost wanted to just call timeout and call Master Suki and be like, dude, this is what happened. Can you tell me what I did wrong? And it was a very good roll, but I couldn't do nothing to him.
Yeah.
Long story short, I go back and look up his bio because I was like, there's got to be something else here that I don't that I'm something's missing. So I look at his bio, and not only is he a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he also did like wrestling in college,
Mm.
and he was a gymnast.
Oh wow.
I'm like, that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare.
And like whenever I see like footage from gymnasts, man, their shoulder and chest are
Just,
huge.
just yeah, yeah.
It's like I don't remember like what that thing's called. Like on the ring, they do that little like straight arm thing, and they hold their entire body.
Yeah, I don't know what that's
Man,
called either.
that is insane.
That's nuts though. So there used to be rings at Chantilly, and I tried that.
Yeah,
Yeah, nope. That's a negative, Lord Commander. That did not work for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I got rings at home, and from time to time I'll dabble in that, and it's like I get to like 45 degrees, and anything beyond that, it's like nope,
No,
not
mm-mm,
for me.
mm-mm. Like that rope. Like everybody climbs that rope like it's nothing. Some guys at our gym like will strap a 45-pound weight to their
Yeah.
back and then just climb this rope like it's, you know, I don't know. They make it look super easy. I tried it like 3 or 4 times and I couldn't even get a foot off the ground.
Oh man.
Have you tried it?
I've done the ropes, but not with the weight.
Oh, yeah, I can't even with just my base weight, I can't even get up. I can't even fathom putting an extra 45-pound plate on my back and then doing it.
Yeah, it's like I don't like doing the ropes because my hands are soft.
You
Last time I did it, it's like both of my hands, I like this, like I tore like the side of my nails.
dude,
It was like bleeding.
let me see your hands again.
This,
Flip them over. You have more jujitsu hands than I do. How is that possible?
yeah, I got this big old joints.
Look at these. You can't see it. Like here. You see those like nodes or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah. I think my hands are just fatter than yours are.
yeah, that's true.
Yours are a little bit easier to see your knuckle damage.
Yeah, yeah. I did like I don't like doing ropes because my hands are not haven't been doing ropes a lot, so it's not really built up for it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do it, it'll hurt a lot afterwards. I was like, no, I'll just stick to pull-ups.
Yeah. Um, I like pull-ups. I used to not be able to do a single one. Now I can do about 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Kempton used to make fun of me. He's like, you can't do pull-ups because your stomach is weighing you down. I was like, I don't have that anymore, Kempton. And now you train with us, Kempton.
Yeah.
So my first cousin, who's 25, trains with us now. And for the first time in my life, I can legally beat him up without fearing for my life. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, dude. I think it is time to go.
Alrighty.
So, do you think you'll be able to come by this week?
I'll try. My legs, my hips gotten lot better. Now I can just walk without any pain. But I still haven't got like full mobility yet. I
Yeah.
tried it today, and I've still got a little bit of pain.
Hmm.
So I'll see how it is.
Yeah, just relax.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you all later. Next Saturday. Hopefully the guys will join. And what I want to do is I want to review highlights from that Gordon Ryan fight.
Mm,
I think that would be interesting to do.
I think so.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna go over some self-defense video fails because
Oh,
I've been getting a kick out of those recently. So,
I've seen a couple recently. It it made me chuckle.
dude, I saw one where the caption was completely incorrect, and I just had to watch it, and it was a train wreck.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we'll watch those next weekend.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will see you all later, sir. I will see you at the gym,
Yep.
and everybody have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. There we go. All right. We're not streaming anymore. I will see you next week.
See ya.
Tell your dad I said hi.
Oh yeah, I'll tell him.
Okay. Bye.
All right, bye.